Work, kid. Work, been way up for a minute now. Hold up, it's been a minute. Wow, I've been way up. I can feel it now. Tell my family I'ma get it now.
All right, people, you guys are watching and or listening to another Nomadic Cool video for your guys' entertainment. Be sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and of course subscribe for more epic, awesome, cool, funny, and interesting content just like this one right here, right now on the Nomadic Cool YouTube channel, because this shit is for your entertainment. Let's get to business. Guys, if you guys didn't watch my last political update, you should know that in that video, and I suggest you guys go check it out, but in that video, I had actually brought up something big and kind of foreshadowing this event that happened today, that Elon Musk was going to leave the administration because, well, his time as a special government employee has passed. A 180-day period as a special government employee has now passed at the end of May. The end of May has came and went, and now there's a bit of a falling out process between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And guys, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying watching it because Elon's right. Elon's right about the big, beautiful spending bill, or I call it the big, fugly bill. Because that's what it is. It's a spending bill. It is a spending bill that is going to rack up a grand total of, drumroll please, $2.5 trillion in debt. That is going to cause hyperinflation. That is going to absolutely, positively destroy the value of the dollar over the next 10 years. And we are already in crippling debt. Just look at the New York City debt counter. We are already drowning in debt, and this bill adds another $2.5 trillion. Guys, Elon Musk, Ron Paul, Thomas Massey, Larry Sharp, fucking Jimmy Dore, they were all right about it. I brought this up in my podcast with TM Drake a while back. It was a Nomadic News episode. It was one of the recent ones. And guys, I brought this up. We talked a little bit about it. And I said, this bill is not good. It is not good unless you're a billionaire or a politician or a big box store business. Then maybe you might get some benefit because you're going to get a $1,600 tax cut. But if you're a working class person like you, the viewer watching at home, or me, it only hurts us. It only hurts us. And guys, Thomas Massey raises a great point about the $2.5 trillion deficit, raising the debt ceiling. We're going to have to pay that back and all of our taxes over the next 10 years. So that's going to basically kill us. Did I mention that already? And I mentioned this in the podcast with TM Drake, that it basically cuts most of the programs that we actually like, the programs in the government that we actually kind of want to have around, because Medicaid, guys, yeah, there was some illegal immigrants on Medicaid, especially in California, where their liberal policies are batshit insane. It cuts $880 million from Medicaid, basically taking a hammer to the agency and destroying it. And kicking most of the people who, by the way, guys, in this economy, most people I know can't even afford to lose their Medicaid benefits because they're working 1 or 2 full-time jobs just to try and stay alive and keep going. Most people can't even find a full-time job. Most of the jobs out there that are being given out are part-time. And you really can't work part-time. Like, you can be working part-time and you can't get Medicaid. Just for working part-time. That's what the bill does. It says if you're working on part-time, you won't get Medicaid benefits after 2026. You have to get a full-time job to meet their work requirements. It basically guts all that, kicks a lot of people off of Medicaid. It goes in there and it says as well that it's going to cut small business funding by over $1 million. It cuts agriculture funding by about $10 million. It cuts veterans benefits by a lot. I completely forget the number on that one, but it does cut the Office of Veterans Affairs, which is already understaffed, guys. The Office of Veterans Affairs, their problems stem from being understaffed and underfunded as compared to the Department of Defense, which, by the way, they're going to increase the spending on the Department of Defense. Guys, anybody with a working brain knows that of all the shit I give Democrats over the last year, Bernie Sanders is at least right about the Medicaid one. At least right about the Medicaid. The other Democrats, I could really care less about them because most of them will vote no just to vote no, and I'm glad they're going to vote no, but their reasoning is just because Trump derangement syndrome. But Bernie Sanders was the only one I heard who actually made some decent points about this spending bill. And guys, Thomas Massey was correct about it. They had actually previously blocked this bill, and that's what I talked about in the recent political news update. I actually said that they had blocked the bill, and I was actually happy about that. But it went back to committee, and then they brought it back, and it actually passed under some interesting circumstances. They waited until after midnight to pass the bill, and then two Republicans, which were pretty much undecided on the bill, actually fell asleep. So it passed partially because of that. Also a Democrat, an elderly Democrat, because, the Democrat Party loves their boomers, had died before the vote. So the Democrats actually lost the vote on that one. And Chip Roy had decided to vote present instead of no. All that actually ended up in the bill passing and going to the Senate. Now, I know a lot of Republicans will probably tell me, oh, but the bill says no tax on tips. The Trump says no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security. Doesn't say anything about no tax on Social Security, for one. And for no tax on tips, it only gives you a temporary suggestion to individual states to introduce legislation to implement a no tax on tips law. That means even if you're in a deep red state, if your bill doesn't pass or isn't even introduced, you're not going to see no tax on tips. And if you live in a blue state, you sure as shit aren't going to see no tax on tips. So no, there is really no tax on tips. There is no tax on Social Security. I know they'll pull up that one screenshot that says, see, no tax on tips. No, read the actual bill. It says it's a temporary suggestion for the states to introduce legislation for a no tax on tips law within their own states. And you get nothing. You just get kicked off your welfare benefits, basically. So yeah, Elon Musk is right about that. I also heard that Elon Musk was actually talking about how we need a third party, something which I had supported previous to the election for months and had actually campaigned for. I support it. Yeah, we need a third party. Libertarian Party, fucking do it. I want to see Libertarian Party get their act together. If not them, I'm open-minded to seeing a forward party or no labels try their shot at it. I would support an RFK Jr. independent run if he decides to do that again. I also support Tulsi Gabbard running in the primary in 2028. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Elon Musk is absolutely right about that. We need a third party to represent the working class, the middleman, the 80% of this country that basically feels disenfranchised by both parties. Because Donald Trump right now with this bill, he is not doing his campaign promises. He's not doing what he said he was going to do. Instead, he's doing what I said that he would do. He's doing what my fear was, why I supported RFK Jr. and the Make America Healthy Again movement in the first place. He's doing what I said he was going to do. He's going to bow down to the neocons because they paid him a fuck ton of money. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing with it. Oh, and as for the Epstein thing, may or may not be true. I wouldn't be surprised. Both parties have people who are on Epstein's islands. And that's why I think Joe Biden didn't actually do anything about the Epstein Island thing. Even if Donald Trump were on it, his son, Bill Clinton, maybe some of the members of the Obamas, maybe Hillary Clinton herself, Nancy Pelosi, they were probably also on the island, and that's why they didn't do that. Also, they wouldn't trust Joe Biden to keep any sort of secrets anyway. So he was basically run by the bureaucracy, okay? He was run by the bureaucracy. That's why they never weaponized the Epstein list. It's a double blackmail sort of situation, if you will. But yeah, basically that's what I think of this whole Elon and Trump feud situation. What do you guys think in the comments below? And if the Trump supporters are going to be mad about me, because I know I do have a lot of fans who are Trump supporters, if you're going to be mad about me, I'm trying to look out for you guys, the working class. Like, I'm just trying to look out for you guys. You have a right to your own opinion, but